F4. I pressed F4. Did something happen?
Yes.
Did it?
Yes. Look,
Oh yeah.
right there. That's you. Right. Welcome back.
We're back. We're here again. Hello everybody.
Were we
See
specially
all
designed?
our
I think we
favourite people back again.
were. Yes.
Yo. Hey.
Welcome back.
Hey. It's lovely to be here, isn't
It's
it?
very lovely to be here.
It is. I don't know why hadn't let us up until now do it anymore. There was some sort of ban on us.
We banned ourselves, basically.
Yeah, I think so.
We had a denial of our own service happening.
Yep.
Oh, Douglas. Wait,
God, thank God for
Douglas
that.
in there.
Douglas!
Here we
I
go.
spy an Attila. Hello. No.
Somebody said
I
so
twisted
right
my. Oh my God!
I see
Everybody
everybody there.
surgery.
Great
Twisted mind.
drinker,
Epitaph.
Scissor Z.
Oh, rip through Trent.
The
Kazimak.
couch looks smaller. Maybe we gained weight. I think that's what he's trying to say. Thank you, Frontje.
Yeah, Frank J.
And I have to say, Ice Eskimo,
J3.
Nobby does love you. Yes.
What's that big thing that pops up all the time in there?
Father.
Anyway, hello. We're here again.
Yes.
And, well, we're back.
We're back. So I think
Beautiful as ever.
I'd like to point out that the most important question burning on the minds of these lovely people out there looking at us is, why didn't we Twitch for so long?
Well, there was that time I spent in prison.
Yes. Yes.
That didn't help.
Yes.
But mainly because we haven't had anything that actually worked that we could show for months and months and months.
Are you saying
You
that
all know the issues that we
Yes.
were having, guys, and it got to the point where there was just nothing new getting into the game. I've just got my tea there, just putting my tea down. There was just nothing new that we could actually show. Basically.
It's true. I mean, in essence, there was so much to do that we didn't want to endlessly rehash stuff that people had seen already.
The guys just had to get their heads down and also, in the process, break everything in order to get everything working properly, get the entire career mode in there, and all of the work that was going on all came together. Well, not long before Christmas, really. That was when I was first able to start testing the career mode in earnest, or in anger.
I mean, to be honest, I think with the previous version you could see where we were going, but I think the version that we're going to release this coming Saturday is going to really be a really huge step.
Well, it's
towards,
complete.
It's
yeah,
complete.
It's
complete.
suddenly it's a complete game.
Yeah.
There's been a massive amount of work done on optimizing the whole thing.
Yeah.
It's still relatively demanding. There's still a lot of work to do on further optimization between beta and release. But we are now confident that it is. We're confident it's a game. No, it's always been that. We're confident that it's a game that we can now pass on to you all to start testing yourselves in anger.
Check Death is also here. Hi, Check Death.
Check Death, man.
Excellent
Yes.
comic, guys.
Comics, yeah.
Girls.
New comics about to come out.
The new comic is about to come out. It's awesome again.
I'm delayed in getting that ready for you. Check Death to send back to you so you can check it over. It's looking awesome. I've just got to do a few edits, but trouble is getting all the stuff ready for beta release is just delayed me a little bit. It'll be soon. You'll have it soon.
Exactly. So I guess we've covered why we didn't Twitch. Now I guess the next important step is to cover what have we put in, and I think the best way probably is just
let's start. Yeah,
answer some questions
and
basically go through the thing.
Oh, we've gone small. It's gone big.
There you go.
Technology. Technology.
Right over there.
Okay. Wheel spin. Yeah. Oh, hold on. Surgery. Wheel spin. Wheel spin's in.
Wheel spin is in.
Wheel spin is in. Yeah. Wasn't that in early access? I
think it was.
I can't remember what was in early access now. Anyway, yeah. Wheel spin. Basically, double tap accelerator on a controller. Double tap accelerator and full lock will get you wheel spinning, and then you can waggle around and accelerate and spin to your heart's content.
Yes.
Slightly different on the keyboard. It's hold shift or some shit. I don't know. I don't use the keyboard anymore.
No.
There you go. I never use it. Wheel spin. I've never used it, and I never will. But anyway, I know some of you love it. So here we are. We're back in the game, and here we are in the career mode. What you've got in career mode is you've got a series of chapters. Each chapter has a number of events to progress through the career mode, You have to play the events, and as you can see here, we have the first event in the first chapter is one called Main Street that you may all remember. Well, I hope so. Anyway, we then go on to another event, which is actually a checkpoint stampede. So, the first event on each chapter is a classic Karma event that's played the way we all remember and love. Win it any way you like. Finish all the laps, easy because the opponents certainly don't win it that way. In fact, the opponents can't win in a classic Karma event. It's up to you to either wreck them, finish the laps, or kill all the peds. And to 100% complete the career mode, you have to do all three of those in every classic Karma event all the way through the game.
You talk a lot. Play the game.
All right.
I'm just saying.
I'm
just saying. I mean, it's a lot of talk, static movement.
Come on.
You're just talking a lot.
I'm just talking in the front end so that everyone can see it.
You're talking a lot.
I'm upgrading my vehicle now. God,
right.
You're just so impatient.
I am impatient.
Everybody was fascinated by what I was saying.
Everybody was listening. Was,
but it's
hanging on your lips.
That's a common mistake. Just
to hang on your lips. It's a common mistake. I've heard. That's why you got arrested the last time.
Well,
there were things hanging on your lips.
That was the least of my problems.
Right. It's beautiful. It's just awesome, isn't it?
Here we go.
You can see the improvement already in the loading screens.
There you go. Yes, some lovely atmospheric screenshots of various places.
You can see the ticker is moving nicely along the top.
And to be honest, for me, it was fantastic to see City A actually become. I haven't been playing the dev builds, so basically all of a sudden City A popped up one day in one of the overnight builds, which I get to play, which are the ones that are the supposed releasable to the public ones, and there it was. Lovely City A, which is called Bleak City Commercial District. Here we are.
Here we go.
We're in the game.
First kill of the day.
Hooray.
Always the right one.
Okay. And they can all fuck off for a second, because the first thing I will mention, as I just saw one, is a nice scene as well. There you go. That's an upgrade token. Woohoo! Upgrade token! Right in front of Saggy Maggie's. There she is, lovely Saggy Maggie.
Can you spend it in the Saggy Maggie?
No, you don't spend upgrade tokens in Saggy Maggie's, unfortunately. No. You spend the upgrade tokens when you're back out in the front end to upgrade your car.
That makes more sense from a gamer's point of view, I guess. Yes,
increasing your armor power offensive.
Yeah, no, it makes sense.
Oh, look, there's another one. Super.
You're just a token machine, aren't you?
The upgrade tokens spawn automatically depending on how many upgrade slots you've currently got available for your car, and they're littered around the place. They're either semi-hidden or sometimes there's some quite obvious ones.
Yes.
And then you pick them up and you.
Well, it's essentially a kind of wasn't there in the old game.
It's a new feature.
It's a new feature, and it's been working well. It's been working well. I mean, what we can say is that the testing team internally has been playing around with it a lot, and it's giving a new level of
wall climber. Yep.
Yeah, wall climber.
What a wall climber.
Yeah, you placed it there.
Yes.
You knew where.
Funnily enough, I know where some of these things are because I put them there. And then we get here and. Oh my god, it's a mutant tail thing, and it does a lot of damage, and I've instantly wrecked myself.
I have to say, I think mutant tail is one of my favorite things to play around with.
And now,
it's just so ridiculous, I can't even... With bouncy, or with, kangaroo command,
I'm now going to get to play around with the mutant tail thing for quite some time, because I let myself respawn. Another new feature, you can either respawn once you're if you're wrecked, or you can, within a couple of seconds of getting wrecked, you can repair yourself. If you respawn, you lose all your power-ups, and if you repair yourself, you get to keep them, but it's very expensive. So you've got a choice.
I mean, essentially, what's happening is that since we've worked on it for a couple of months, we've gotten to a build, and all these things that you're mentioning are basically improvements and things that we've seen come to us from playtesting.
Exactly. Yeah. and that's been what the last couple of months has been solidly. I've just been playing the game every day, making suggestions. I got to a point where it was much easier for me to actually go in and start placing power-ups, for instance, in the levels, than to keep on trying to, say, no, look, it would be quite cool if we did this or this or this. So I did that. I'm stuck with permanent. So what's happened is, okay, as I say, where I let myself respawn, I've now got a permanent mutant tail thing because I lost all my power-ups, and one of the power-ups that you have when you've got a mutant tail thing is the scissors that snip the mutant tail off. And I haven't got them anymore.
And it's just an excuse to drive around with a mutant tail.
It is, yeah. So let's just
I think you need to go into the stadium and show what a mutant tail can do to people, because...
Okay, well, while I do that, you take a look at the questions.
Questions.
Fans
well, somebody's mentioning that the graphical fidelity has been improved. That's true. He loves the new main version. The pads aren't exploding finally. That's right. The stadium lobby, for fuck's sake. That's what he's saying. Listen to Arjan Jonker. He's saying you got to get into the stadium. And it does, and I have to agree, RPG Wizard is saying it feels more solid and realistic.
Oh, you bastard.
That's what we've been working on for the last 2 months. I mean, we've been trying to get it into a state where, we feel it's, the right thing, that people can start playing around with it, get more.
Here we are. Now, some of you may remember, in the olden days, there was somewhere you could go in the stadium to get a lovely special power-up. And funny thing is, it's still there! Yes, Head Electro-Blast Ray.
Well, I mean, since you've been able to place the power-ups at the level where you
I didn't put that one.
Well, but they knew where it had to go.
Yeah, exactly.
There was an instruction from yours truly that you had to put it there. I mean, I have to say that more and more as I see the game, it's becoming true to the name Reincarnation. It's a revisioning, it's a redoing of the original title, and I think a lot of people are seeing this as well at the moment.
Interesting.
I mean, let's see, what a nice stainless logo. Yes, we like to promote ourselves. I mean, a lot of things that you'll see are, we're still going to tweak stuff around a little bit. There
is still tweaking to be done.
There's still tweakage.
The trouble is, every day I'm playing it and find other places where, that would be a cool place to put some power-ups. And,
yes, exactly.
We should really sort out something about the arrangement of stuff there. But that's what. Then that'll happen during beta. So there will be
some nice little blood splatter on your car. Right
yeah,
I like that.
I know, it's lovely the way you get the splats. Whoops, sorry.
Well, there's a question about blood on Mutant Tail, but I mean, look at the blood on the car, for crying out loud. I mean, that's what I like to see.
Yeah. The accessory doesn't pick up the blood. Possibly, again, that's one of those sorts of things when somebody points it out, like one of you good people point something like that out, and we go, oh bloody hell! Yeah, you've really got to get your mutant tail bloody as well, haven't you?
Yes. I mean, the tail essentially needs blood.
It might happen.
It might have to happen.
But then again, saying that, we do keep trying to stick to no more new things going in policy, and then every single meeting we have, whether it's a game balancing meeting or a review of the build, somebody says something and we go, oh fuck yeah, let's just put that in.
Well, there's an interesting question from from Errol Rolson, which is, will we get Errol Rolson? Will we get regular builds during beta? And I'd like to say yes. We would love to say yes.
Right. What I say is that we will actually try to keep them to a minimum.
Exactly.
However, obviously a lot of that's going to depend on the feedback we're getting through the support.
Yeah.
So it's going to be an
and it has a huge influence on
pinball mode.
It has a huge influence on how we develop. And at the moment, as you can see with the build that you're going to get on Saturday, a lot of things have changed, and it just has a huge impact on development itself by just doing regular updates. Yeah. I mean, when it comes to must fixes and everything, yes, we'll sort that out. But as it is at the moment, we're not going to commit to anything about the build. We feel that the current build that we're going to put out on Saturday is good enough for people to play and enjoy and give us good feedback so that we can continue developing and get to a better product.
Yeah, exactly. There's always a danger when we update once we get to beta. When you get with beta, it becomes career progress is going to be saved. Everything basically about the career is saved, including achievements, which when they're unlocked, they'll stay unlocked. But stuff like leaderboards, if we have to do an update which then resets your career mode and everything, you'll lose all your. You'll also lose your progress in terms of leaderboards. So, which is it's a bit of a pain in the bum. But if we have to, we have to. You know, that's what it comes down to. Hopefully, we'll be able to update from the beta onwards in a way that doesn't, if we do it, lose you your save games.
Exactly.
That would be the ideal solution.
So, is it possible to, show a little bit more of the less Dale, more
Yeah, so I'm going to have to abort the game to.
Exactly. I think people get the idea of the mutant tale. There was a question about the music up there, the whole original soundtrack. I think the statement we can make on that is that we've managed to get the original soundtrack, which we've always thought was the pivotal soundtrack, which is Zero Signal by Fear Factory, to be included into the game. But as some of you have been able to hear on the video that we released last week, is that we've got two pretty amazing bands that we work with. Maximum Sexy Pigeon, and the other one being Morgue.
Yeah.
In the build that's coming up, you'll be able to hear lots of their tracks. We're also using it on the videos. I think it fits very well. I mean, what's your opinion on that?
For me, when the guys first started pursuing me, asking if we could use their music in the game, which was right after we were announcing that we were doing the game, I listened to their music. We had loads of different musicians get in touch with us, and from all of those, these two guys, these two sets of music types fitted together as like, well, this is really cool, very much like the original. In terms of its tone and the way it fits with the game, because Morg's dubsteppy stuff is fucked up and crazy, and certainly also when you hear it with its original samples, which we can't unfortunately include in the game because of potential copyright problems, because you can't just use samples, obviously. No. So we've had to not to do instrumental only versions of their music.
Oh. Well, what I
really well.
thought was telling was that from the original team that did Carmageddon 1 and 2, a lot of people are still working at Stainless as we speak. Yeah. And of course, music being so subjective, when Nobby and I sort of pitched the idea of the music to people, the response was very positive, which was completely contrary to what we would have expected, because the music was so influential when the original title was released. I think it almost formed the career of Fear Factory in a way, or Fear Factory formed our careers.
They owe everything to us.
Yeah, they owe everything to us.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying is that I personally, I'm very interested to hear what people are going to say about MSP and Morgue. I think they've done a right job, and just to go back to the original title, Zero Signal's in there. I think that's the pivotal, defining title for Carmageddon.
Yeah, sure.
Well, looking forward to your replies. There was another question quickly up there.
There was a question about cockpit view. There is no cockpit view.
Rider 2341.
It's no. There are different levels of finish to the interiors of the cars that don't actually look terribly consistent, because the artists were tasked with building the cars knowing that we didn't have the manpower, the time, the budget to do detailed interiors. So they vary, and so if people want to do a Carmageddon on the cars and set their own car view, that's something they're going to be able to do. Otherwise, it's going to be a case of you just stick with two views. There's the cockpit, there's the bumper view, and there's the third person view.
Yeah. So I can already see some replies going on the music, guys. I know it's very subjective. I think music is so difficult to choose.
And that's,
we felt that we wanted to make sure that the team felt it was the right choice. I think with Steam you can play your own music as well, so you'll be able to do that as well with the big screen feature from, or big picture feature from Steam. So just listen to it. And, we understand that people have tastes as many as there's people in this world.
Exactly, and that's why we ended up deciding that we will go with this music. We like this music. Other people aren't going to like it. Well, fine. So you can just stick your own music in the ZAD and get around it that way.
I just want to say there's a really important question here right now. It's from Surgery. He says, "Does beta mean no more biscuits?"
No.
Are you going to try? Well,
who knows?
Essentially,
who knows?
Essentially, it could mean that there's no more biscuits.
That's right.
We're going to lose weight here, guys.
Possibly. We have got biscuits ready just in case, and my tea is also getting cold. So
I don't do tea. I'm not English.
I'm now going to accelerate with my knee and steer with my...
You hold your cup of tea.
Yes, you feed me tea.
I'll feed you tea. Right, let's get to this checkpoint.
So this is a death race. As you can see, the AI have fucked off into the distance. They are actually racing over the last... And again, really recently, the AI improvements have gone in, which mean that they will now actually race.
Sorry.
The great thing about these events, which really works fucking brilliantly, is basically, okay, so there's an incentive to race. The AI can race. The AI will start to accumulate laps like you. However, if you find yourself 2 laps down because you're pissing about, like Jason, you can identify that one of the opponents is out there with already 4 laps, and you can go and you can waste him and steal his lap. So basically, you can steal a lap off the opponents. They'll then respawn, and you can, if you want, if they've got 4, you can kill them again and steal another one. So effectively, you can end up winning the race just by twatting the opponents, which is great fun. And excuse me, burp. In multiplayer, it's absolutely fucking insane. We've had some brilliant fun the last couple of days.
There's been some,
as hopefully we'll find at the weekend when we can all play together.
There's been some epic moments to be certain. I'm just heading to Sally's crotch rocket.
Little come.
Bitch.
Right, I'll take a look at the questions.
Yeah,
okay, I'll take a look at the questions while Jason. Mr. Deviants, it's beautifying the levels is something that will happen a little more, but to be honest, the bulk of the work on the levels has got to be considered done, because we have got to get this game out, and so there are certain things like cockpit interiors, which we've talked about before, that are now just going to have to be left as they are, and you're going to have to enjoy the game and accept that it is not a AAA title. We have not got a bottomless pit of money to spend on this game. However, I think what you get is a fucking excellent experience.
Drinking tea or not answering questions.
Sorry. No, I had to finish my tea.
Silence is deafening.
Ah, well, you should be talking about what you're doing.
I'm on a roll here.
Okay, sorry. So, is any aspect of the game 100% finished? Well, there are going to be tweaks. No, not really. I think I can still say that actually, no, it's probably the case that nothing is 100% finished, because we are still tweaking every aspect of the game, and we will be through feedback in beta. That's what beta's about. So while the game's in beta, you can't really say, these bits are 100% finished, because then somebody might come back and say, oh no, wait a minute, but wouldn't it be better if that was like that? Or, yeah, but for me, it blows up when I do this. The game blows up. So, nice. Dothan, again, we're not adding any more cameras, I'm afraid. The cameras that you have, unless like there's a massive online petition and 60,000 people all demand a camera on the bonnet as well, it just won't happen. And the problem with the camera on the bonnet is your bonnet gets buckled and crushes up in front. In fact, that was what happened with the what was it? Was it the original? Yeah, the original interior view. Basically, a lot of the time you couldn't see out of it because your bonnet was buckled up in front of it. Somebody's asked, what about consoles?
It's the same question that we get a lot of times, and I think there's only one answer for it. I need a drink.
Okay.
Is that basically we do have the intention to go to console, but it's not as easy as just saying that we go to console. It requires a lot of work. We think, I personally think the title would be awesome on console.
Mm-hmm.
All I can say is that
Indeed.
It is our wish. It is our wish. It has been our intention. But it requires a lot of work and a lot of effort, and of course, in the end, a lot of money. So we're gonna continue to work at it, and we're gonna try to make it happen. We feel that this is the right title to go to console.
Yeah,
that's
absolutely.
That's what it comes down to. Right. Let's see what else is there. Sign up 60,000 email addresses. Nice one.
Yeah, that was to get the bonnet view.
All right, so we've touched the music. We've just talked about massive optimizations. That's what Check says. You're completely right, but it's also getting the opportunity to do so, and massive optimizations means money. So that's another thing. A DLC. Let us first finish this game, and then we'll talk about DLC, if anything. At the moment, we've got lots of work still left to do to make this, the bestest experience that you can have for Carmageddon 1. I just want to say is that, I saw somebody, I forgot who it was, but he said, "Are we there yet?" The statement is, we're not there yet. Obviously, we're going to continue to work on it. We're going to continue to make it the best experience that we can get. That means that we're not there yet. I think that the version that we're going to do on Saturday is going to make a lot of people happy. There's lots of things that were in the version. I can't even remember when we did the last version.
That's the thing.
That's the thing. When did we did?
So long ago.
Shane,
now.
when did we do the last version?
Was it May?
July? May?
July was last
May,
October.
okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Well.
All right, so we've got a question from Vaultboy 1942. I hope he wasn't born in 1942. My God. I hope he just likes the game 1942. Pretty dude. He's been busting our nuts on Steam. Well, why would you do that anyway? But I can't afford Windows 7 or 8. The previous alpha build you guys released ran fine on Vista 32. Will it continue?
The idea is that
you got to go by the minimum specs.
Yeah.
If it runs, you're happy.
It might run on a 32-bit machine, but and what we're being told is by our technical bosses, it should run on a 32-bit machine.
All right, Super Fat Cat. Does Mr. Garbarian like poutine? Do you think I made this heavenly body without poutine?
I stole a lap.
Yeah, you stole a lap, and I'm answering questions on poutine.
Right, sorry.
Of course I like poutine, even though it's from Quebec. It's fine. I'll survive.
Is that Vladimir Putin?
Yeah, I love Vladimir Poutines.
I don't know what you're talking about. Right, I'm going to go backwards around the track now and steal lots of laps with my anvil launcher.
Right.
So this is the most awesome weapon ever in the history of Carmageddon.
I see. Yes, it is. But I see more and more questions on what's going to be in on this version on Saturday. Do you want to go through the list? So cars wise.
Yep. Okay.
All right. So car wise, I'm just going to read it from a list because it's so much. It's too much to remember. All right, so it's going to be the suppressor. Nice one. Any thoughts on that, the suppressor? I love the suppressor.
The suppressor is lovely. Yeah, even though it doesn't have 6 wheels, it's still fucking awesome.
Right.
And you can still get it the same way that you could in the original. Hint, hint.
Hint, hint. Yeah, you gotta.
All right.
All right. No more. Next thing, Siamese Dream, one of my favorite cars. I think that was one of the most awesomest designs ever to be designed by the awesome people in the design department.
It was me.
The Siamese Dream. It's in and it's lovely. Any thoughts on that?
It's funny. It could have been bigger, but if it had been bigger, as in like ideally, it should be a bit bigger, but it wouldn't have fit through holes.
Exactly.
In the various tracks. So it's a little thing of wonder.
Yes.
It's still big.
It's still big.
It's bloody big. It's wider than the suppressor. Yeah.
I think it's an awesome thing.
Yeah.
Right, Snaky Bastard.
Yep. One of our 10k backer cars.
Nice one.
Sorry.
Nice one with the anvil. Yes, one of our backer cars is in. I like the car. I think it looks very, very sweet. Looks very good. Second place, Captain Slow.
That's because I let the AI
So the Snaky Bastard, Hawk R. Nice.
Who? Sorry. Hawk R. Yeah. Sorry, I can never understand when somebody says Hawk R.
That's right.
Hawk R?
My pronunciation isn't up to
No,
the,
Tracy said it earlier. I didn't understand what she was saying. She's
English.
English.
She's
English.
Yes.
The Hawk R is beautiful. We all know that. And
yes.
Yep.
Eagle R, the updated version.
Well, the updated version, as you can see, the Eagle is looking better than it did before.
Ever.
It has been had some quite serious tweakage done to it.
Here
is your progress chart.
Yes.
This is where you see how your credits were doing. Oh, and here's a little hint that tells you that you found an upgrade token. Use them to increase your car's armor. Blah 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 blah.
Exactly.
Okay, I'll show you that in a sec. Well, I showed you it just now.
All right, Lumberer. I'm just going to continue because this chart is so complicated.
I don't really understand it, but anyway, that's when things happened during
you, and
that's what your credits were doing. Credits mean progress. Progress is
good.
Boop.
Tokens.
Okay. Oh, damage gallery. I should have done that. Anyway.
Wait, we'll do it after. Lumberer, love that car. I'd have that in real life any time of day.
Yeah.
Degorian, looking awesome.
Degorian's great. Driven by the lovely Rusk.
To be honest, I think all cars are looking great, but one of my absolute favorite cars, Tropikill.
All right.
I just think it's hilariously stupid.
Another 10k backer car.
It's a 10k backer car.
Yeah, Ryan or Twig and Berries, as he wanted to be called in the game.
Twig and Berries
for his own reasons.
I think it's an awesome car. I think the Tropikill is one of my favorite cars in the whole game.
Yeah.
And we've got Razor Bill. Can't go wrong with that.
No, Razor Bill, a late entry into the car list.
Late entry, yes.
We wanted to get an auto scum back in there, so we got an auto scum back in, driven by Nora Virus, or one of the auto scum.
Yes,
a female.
You're going to have to change cars, by the way. And then we've got the final one, is Crazer.
Actually, I won't waste mine.
Crazer.
Crazer. Another 10k backer car.
Another 10k, but it's a nice car as well. I like it.
It's pretty cool.
All right, so we've covered the cars for everybody in the Twitch. Now we're going to go to the environments.
Look at them.
City A, Main Street, Coastal Arena, Rig Rec. It's redesigned.
Yeah.
I think that's all clear. I think the most important addition coming up, one of the most important additions is the game modes. I mean, we've got Fox and Hounds.
I mean, they're
absolutely hilarious.
They are working great.
I mean, I think it's one of my favorite modes in the whole game.
Mm-hmm.
But, I mean, I'm basically saying everything is my favorite and most awesome, I know. But I really think Fox and Hounds is taking it. We've got Death Race, straightforward stuff, makes all the sense in the world. Car Crusher.
Yep.
Like it.
It's the classic.
Yes, classic.
Obviously, classic kill.
Kill. Pet Chase.
Yep. Pet Chase, Pet Spawns, Kill Ped. Other Pet Spawns.
But I have to say, Checkpoint Stampede. I have seen shit happen during Checkpoint Stampede that just broke me up.
Yeah, it is fucking hilarious.
It's hilarious. The Checkpoint Stampede was just good.
And here we go.
All right, and then the other
important
thing that's being added also on the build coming up this week is, of course, multiplayer. It's killer.
Oh, yeah.
Multiplayer, I mean... I'm sure you guys are all going to try to do the multiplayer stuff and everything. There'll be bugs and everything. We want to hear about those bugs. That is the exact point why we're releasing it on Saturday. We want to hear what you guys' experiences are with, multiplayer. I mean, we've tested it internally.
Yep.
But we need to send it out into the real world.
We're now getting stable games here, playing them over the Steam. So we're hoping it's going to be the same for you. And to find that out, we will be playing with you.
Here we go. Trophy kill.
Saturday we'll be here.
Yes.
Saturday afternoon we will be here when we launch, and we will be setting up multiplayer games. And playing.
Shane, what's the time that we're releasing the build? It's UK time. That's 1 o'clock. GMT.
So here we are on the
Greenwich Mean Time. So this coming Saturday, there'll be a couple of hours after we've updated the build on Saturday, where Nobby, myself, Shane, Tracy, lots of people at the company will be ready to take you guys on in a multiplayer game.
Yeah.
I think that's going to be hilarious. And I just want to point out, I like this card.
I only got it in it for you.
As stupid as it can be, it's lovely.
Rusk got a checkpoint.
Some people are calling it the Citroën fan. You're doing.
I do like the way it sucks pedestrians in and spits them out the back.
It has a good suckage. It's a good suckage.
Oh, bastard!
So Rider 2341, yes.
See, now I'm getting.
It does suck people in.
Getting my ass kicked by the.
But I think people need to notice is that the kayaks on the top of the roof, they actually point in the direction of where you're driving.
I know.
It's
how random is that?
How random is that? Turning canoes, as Delorium means. Yes, I accidentally called them, of course, kayaks. Right. And now it can't fire the canoes, but that's something that we should work on.
We're getting it now. You may be noticing that we're getting a bit of a frame rate hit, and that's because basically 650 million things are bouncing around in this level because of the pinball mode that's now finished, so that's okay.
That's true.
We will now get our frame rate returned. There is... just...
I love it how our frame rate is returned to us.
Yes. Thank you. You can now have your frame rate back.
Lovely.
So look at this. This is a great level. It's mental. It suits these sorts of events where you are just charging around from one side to the other, either going after peds or going after checkpoints. It just suits it so much. It's fantastic. And as you can see, the AI. It really pleases me that the AI are actually competitive in these events as well. For when you're doing your career mode shit. I managed to kill him and steal his points. Just glancing blow. He's actually quite high up on the rankings. Is Troppy kill? Fuck you, Rusk.
Kill.
Yeah. Let's get something offensive. Slaughter mortar. Woohoo! So as you can see, we got some of the old classic pups in there. And like slaughter mortar, and we got a new like anvil launcher, which takes the concept of launching a lump to a whole new level.
I think it's amazing.
Oh,
Here's got the checkpoint.
Bitch.
So, okay. I'll just continue with the other stuff.
So we're transfixed by
We've
strange
got the career mode.
beauty.
I'd like to touch upon one subject matter: smelly bush. The smelly bush feature is in. Basically, the smelly bushes.
I'll go and find one.
You're going to find one, right? You're going to find the smelly bush.
We'll do that.
I think the canoe is pointing in the right direction.
Yeah, you're right. I always find my canoe points in the right direction.
There is no point, Ryder. Of course there's no point in the canoes pointing in the direction. It just looks friggin' awesome. What do you
Point.
expect?
It's Carmageddon.
If there was a point, it wouldn't be Carmageddon, would it?
No.
Exactly. We just think it looks cool.
We just willfully do stupid shit.
Will there be a night version of the city
missions.
map? It's Mr. Defiance, as usual, asking the same
Mr.
question.
Deviance.
Defiance.
Fuck it. That smelly bush has been picked up.
That smelly bush has been picked up.
Oh well.
Yes. Well, all I want to say is the smelly bush is a nice feature. You can show them in something else.
I might not find another one, but anyway,
it's just a little collectible. It's
collectibles.
Collectibles. That's what it is. It's a collectible in the game, and you can get them in real life as well. It's going to be awesome.
So I'm not even thinking about playing properly here.
No, you're not. You actually suck at your own game.
No,
What else? Blood on cars, slicing and impaling pets, achievements, challenges.
Blood on cars.
Yeah,
it's looking nice and bloody, isn't
Oh,
it?
wait.
Yeah,
Smelly bush. There we go. Smelly bush for real life. If you
That's the
guys
real
have got a
smellies.
car, you can hang them in your car.
Yep.
Collect them in the game, and we will release these beautiful. Smell a bush.
I love the smell of bush in the
He
morning.
loves the smell of bush. Really normal. So we've got lots of different ones. We've got like smelly bush, vanilla bean. We've got smelly bush, sweet 16.
Smells like early access.
Smells like early access. We've got fish flaps fresher than a mermaid's muff. We've got we've got lots and loads and lots of them.
Yeah.
Sweaty Betty, which is, I can't even read it, but it says a sweet relief from the smell of damp ass. You know, these are beautiful, guys, and you're going to be able to find these in the game. And one of my personal favorites, I mean, if you ever have the chance and you find it, it's the one called Virgin Mary, wafting innocently round your cockpit since 69 BC. All I'm saying is...
Who wrote this shit?
I don't know who wrote that.
Oh, you fuck, that's big.
Beautiful. Anyway, those are in the game.
I noticed somebody asked whether Volkswagen was still too big, and it has been scaled to be the right size.
There it is, right there. You can see it's been scaled the right size. So whoever asked the question is answered. Grave Drinker is so hilariously stupid, I'm crying. You know, that's what we do. We cry most of the time at this company.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, from the joy of working on this game. Some power-ups they're in. Well, we've seen the Mutant Tail. We've got Pet Napalm, Anvil Launcher, Ava Banana Ray, Oil Slick from your arse, Silent but Deadly Smaster, Biceps, Spaz Ray, Stretch Goal, Feeling Fragile, Immortality. There's too much to name, right? I mean, basically, exactly. In essence, on Saturday you'll be able to see lots of things. There'll be a list on Steam. There'll be a list in lots of places that Shane's going to put up, and it's gonna show what's in it, basically. Rip Through says it's much better scaled. Rip Through was the guy who asked about the Volkswagen.
Yes.
Any questions?
Shit's pinballing.
Multiplayer outside custom paint jobs.
Power-ups. We got. We decided power-ups would respawn. We've got them set to respawn after 5 minutes. It's potentially something that will be in there as an option, I think. But we're finding that we like the respawning of the power-ups after a certain amount of time. Keeps things moving really nicely.
Dark Pontifex makes an important question in my opinion. How many people can play in a multiplayer game?
8.
Well, this minus 2, basically. That's. I think that's the right amount.
It does.
Anymore, I know there's people who want to play with like 3,200 multiplayers, but basically, when it goes over 8, it becomes like a frag fest.
It's a nice sort of big family size number.
Yeah.
You can all enjoy the experience with your group of friends.
So another question. Me on Fire says, how strong are the cars in multiplayer? Do you have to level up your cars in single player?
What a bloody good question.
Exactly.
That has me temporarily stumped. That's something that you should be able to set up in the multiplayer options.
Yes.
Whether the cars that you're using are aha. No, it's alright, I got rid of them. I thought I was encountering a bug then that Shane had told me about earlier, where you get a head jammed in your intake and then you can't drive forwards. That was quite an interesting one. Yes, so what were we talking about?
It was just about multiplayer and leveling up your cars to start.
Yeah, that's right.
Yes. So it comes down to the fact that you start with the regular cars, basically, and then you upgrade them.
And when you're setting up a multiplayer game, you've got a whole bunch of options as to
features
how you
everything.
How you can actually set it up, what the cars, which cars are picked.
Yeah.
You can have all Eagles. You can have all the cars that are currently available. You can have the cars that everybody who's jumped in has currently got unlocked. So that's the way it works.
Yeah. So yes, 8. Just there's this guy that keeps, I think it's Bugsy Malone, and he keeps talking about the G27. The simple statement is, the only thing that we support at the moment is the thing that nobody's holding in his hands, right?
Okay.
Controller.
Anything that's compatible with.
That's what we do.
I've got that bug. Look.
He's stuck, all right. Yeah. So that's basically what we're supporting at the moment.
Twice I've been second.
Nothing else. We want to focus on finishing the game. All other peripherals, we'll have to discuss that at a later time. Kickstarter pads, Coffee Pyramid. I remember that guy. Coffee Pyramid won something at one point.
Oh,
I forgot what he won, but I just remember his name.
Kickstarter pads are in. They're in there. Yeah. So you'll have to drive around looking for yourselves.
Yes. Go drive around and look for yourself.
Yeah, I got a bed jammed in my intake and I couldn't drive forwards. Look, I'm not rubbish, all right? I'm just demonstrating the game, and I can't talk and play. I haven't lost a single game while I've been testing career until tonight. I haven't lost a single damn game.
All right, Bugs Killer, it's okay. He's got a 360 pad. Yeah, I mean, the thing is, we actually don't think it's the right game to use with a steering wheel, a G27. But that's just personal taste right here.
It's not a racing simulator. It's not it's not even really meant to be a racing game. It's just that we found that those race events are actually quite good fun.
Yes.
Right, let's carry.
Is it possible to impale a pedestrian? Does the Pope have a funny hat? Does a bear shit in the woods? Does Michael Jackson have flammable hair? Yes, you are able to impale a pedestrian. That's all I'm going to say about impaling pedestrians. I mean, I think that's...
the slicing and impaling works. You get a bacon slicer bonus, and you get that a lot, depending on what cars you're using, for actually impaling. Actually, Stiff Shifter is Stiffy in the... Have you guys got Stiffy? I can't remember. Have you got Stiffy, you guys? I can't remember which cars are in early access. But...
well, go through the cars anyway. I mean, you can just.
Well, I've been doing that.
Yeah.
Sorry, Twist, Caddy, forget it.
Crazer, you got to show.
This is now, yeah.
It's
decided now it's going to take 7 years to load a car.
Of course. There you go. Crazy.
Okay.
Anybody that drives this thing is great.
Roman, Russian 10k backer. His car, he's a crazy guy.
I think he has this car in real life to drive around in Moscow.
Probably.
It's that insane to drive in Moscow. I mean, that's his actual car.
Siamese Dream, Thomas, do you know? Come on. Sorry, guys, for some reason, let's go and go slow now. It's because it's Twitch time again.
Yes.
Cars don't normally take this long to load. Electric Blue is fantastic to use for getting all the peds when you finish doing all the career all the other ways. Let's play with the Lumberer because it's got spikes. And we may be able to get some spiking
I like
action.
The Lumberer.
I want a pink one.
Yes, pink. Green grinder, pink pulverster.
Because it then looks like Burley Shirley's car. See? It's another car for the price of one.
Performance improvements. Do you want to make anything? You want to say anything about that? I mean, guys, we've been continuously working on improving performance.
Yeah, that's right.
There will still be issues. There will still be things. That's why we're calling it a beta. It's high on our list. I think we're settling the issues one by one.
Yeah.
The thing about performance is that only now are we actually able, with a sort of a feature complete-ish game, are we able to actually see all the many different varieties that the game it's a shape changer. Every time something happens in the game, something else influences the performance. So actually performance has been improved, but even now we're still working on it.
Yeah. It's improving again daily, and then you get like a few days where it seems to go backwards every day for a couple of days. But generally the performance arc is up and better and better. And again, that's why we decided that now it's now time to go beta.
Well, the funny thing is, you guys are experiencing our frustration as well. Is that one day we're fixing our stick.
Sorry, should have gone to a different level. I don't know why I'm back here again.
So one day we're fixing stuff and we're working on stuff, adding stuff, and then the performance is up. The other day we actually feel that we're not changing anything, and the performance just dies out. And it's just that same frustration that you guys are feeling if you don't have the right, high spec going on, and we feel that as well. So
I'll show you.
Yeah.
I'll show you something quite nice coming up shortly. But yeah, I mean, Jason and I have performance for us has been a major concern.
Major issue.
For months and months, and we're both now feeling relieved and positive about the direction that it is going. It's we're getting there.
We're getting there.
Whee!
And it's never going
now. Whee! I picked up a wall climber.
Yes.
Again. Now I'm riding on the ceiling. Oh fuck! And the AI picked up gravity from Jupiter.
Yes.
All right. Come on.
All right, show me your stuff.
Oh, I can't roll over.
Alright, you want a small? Do you have a chance to smell a smelly bush here? Do you have a smelly bush somewhere going on?
Potentially.
Potentially.
If it hasn't already been nicked. Let me have a look. I can't get out of the storm drain with gravity from Jupiter on.
The SLS Mercedes will come in game. Via 175, not yet.
Little bug with glass there again. These things crop up. They need to get fixed.
So you'll notice that the glass breaks on one point.
You see, that's not what it should be doing.
It's not what it should be.
Again, that was a bug that was reported today.
We're aware of that. There you go. Smelly bush coming up, ladies and gentlemen. A collectible. You found
minx. It's part of a challenge, taking the plunge. There you go.
Jay Barop asking about the Mac version. It's on the table, but as we've said before with Mac and Linux, I saw one of the other Linux guys ask me about the Linux version as well. It will only happen once we finish this version. So both for Mac and Linux, we're Linux guys, we're Mac guys. We just first need to finish this. We don't want to clutter any of our effort at the moment. We just want to make sure that we get this one done first.
So, as you can see, you know what we love. Carmageddon. Exploration. Pissing about. Driving around. Finding shit. Having fun.
There was a question about the tracked vehicles and everything. The tank tracks from Dabbler X.
So,
Dabbler X.
So Patrick has been incredibly busy up to this point, getting all this shit done. Getting all the shit that he's responsible in the game for done.
Yeah.
That work has now come to an end, and he is now moving on to tracked vehicles, which means that tracked vehicles in the release version of the game is still a question mark.
It's a question mark. We admit to it, but we're working on it.
But if we can, we will. If not, it will. They will, because he's doing the work.
Yeah.
It's just a question of whether they make it in to the release game or they come as DLC.
Yeah. The most important thing is that we got to make sure that the game is that the basics are there. I mean, tracked vehicles, is it a basic essence of the game? No, not really.
Yeah.
But we love it. I mean, you have to understand that most of the ideas that we come up with, we don't come up with it just because, we just love the ideas. So we're absolutely working on it. The same goes for splitting, car splitting. It's really high on our to-do list.
Oh my god, I was just about to run out of time.
Yes.
The
way that development at Standards works is that what we're trying to do is we're trying to make sure that the basic is there. What you're seeing right now is what we've worked towards. We're making sure that you guys can have a very enjoyable experience. All these issues like car splitting, tracked vehicles, articulated vehicles, it is so high on the list. And for us as gamers, as people who love Carmageddon, we want it in. It's just going to be a matter of time.
It's like articulated vehicles. Patrick's absolutely determined
He loves
to get him in.
caravans. I mean, he's a caravan man, basically.
Caravan racing.
Caravan Buckman.
He's
that's
determined
what
that we will have caravan racing as one of the options.
I mean, he is the caravan himself. He loves the caravan. I mean, he's always gone on a holiday.
I'll tell you what, yeah, every opportunity he gets, he's off, with the Airstream.
So I see a couple of Russian guys there. Igor Sticks, MLTK Russia's here. Yes, guys, we love you too.
Guys.
We love Russia.
We love Russia so much. We have our own translator here working in the building.
As you've
She's
seen,
here twice a week.
We've got a little Twitch going on with Russian stuff. We've got our VK.com going on. I love Putin, Vladimir Putin. I love it as well. So and I think I think this year we've got to make it to Igormir in Moscow.
Yeah, that's our aim.
If anybody on this Twitch episode is remember, just we're gonna try to make it to Moscow for Igormir.
Okay, so give me head. Oh look, all the heads are giving me their heads. Isn't that nice?
Yes, that's blood on the wheels.
Whoop. Oh, I had cows. Cows! What could this be? It's a live show. But it isn't actually, it turns out to be... Oh, it is this time! Way!
So there's a question about Kickstarter. Oh, this is my favorite. Ariane,
Saggy Maggie.
I'm going to come right back to you.
Okay.
This is lovely though. Dancing penguins. We've got the cash cow in there.
Sorry!
Things dying. It's just this is a scene right from my dreams. I dreamt this last night. Pink car, cash cow, penguins dancing. Oh, look at it. Kill it. I love it.
It's not nice, is it? What the?
So just quickly, Arjen Jonker is asking about Kickstarter reward tiers. Will everything still be sent out, including the box version of the game? When it comes to Kickstarter, yes, we are going to try to fulfill everything. And we're not.
Can't get out the door.
But we first got to finish the game. So when it comes to Kickstarter, it's not out of our minds. We're fulfilling everything step by step by step. But there's no reason to ship out the box version unless the game is finished.
Right. Yeah.
Star cow.
Sorry.
Cash cow. Exactly, Arjan. That's what we're looking at. Finalizing the Kickstarter rewards. Once we finalize the game, there's no need for us to move into any commitment right now because we're still completely focused on getting this game done.
Indeed. Hello, little cunt.
Is it just you, or do the power-ups have a cartoonish shader added to them with a black outline, Dabbler X?
They indeed they do.
They do. Sharp view there.
Yep.
Well, we had a discussion actually with the developers, and we had a discussion, amongst ourselves. What is the right view for the power-ups? And we came to a conclusion that actually this is the right way because they have to sort of stand out. They have to stand out.
They have to stand out in the environment, and they originally were standing out in a way that wasn't. I don't think was particularly aesthetically pleasing.
No.
So when the upgrade tokens, like that one I just got there, when they went into the game, let's just see if replay will work. Sorry, I have to go to the keyboard to do replay. Oh no, actually I'm alright. I'm on this. Yeah, so when the excuse me, God bloody hell. When they went in, forget it. I can't talk and operate that.
No.
We liked the effect around the edges of that so much we decided to go for it on the pups as well.
It's just to differentiate them from the background because they're actually a game element and they're not meant as an environment. They're not realistic environment things, so they need to stand out slightly.
Yeah. Exactly. Token. We're running out of time. As in for the Twitch.
Prattcam, Faultboy 1942. At the moment, it's not in. There's a statement by Nobby on Steam about that, or on the Carmageddon.com.
On our forums, on Carmageddon.com. As I said, certain things have had to fall out of the the schedule, as the game has has taken a lot of time and resources to get to this stage. Some of those things had to be de-scoped, as we say.
Exactly.
It'll be lovely to be able to go back to them at some stage and maybe one day have a Rackham update to the game, but it's not currently set to happen. So unfortunately, it's just one of those things that's fallen off. But it's one of those things that's fallen off that we felt, we can afford to lose that at the expense of other stuff that we were much more determined to get in.
That's right. What else? Is there anything else that we still want to discuss? Well, first of all, like I said, Greenwich Mean Time this Saturday, the 14th at 1 o'clock. Add 12 or delete 12 or whatever. It's going to be 1 o'clock European, not Central European London time.
Yes.
So figure it out somehow. I'm sure that people will have problems downloading because of Steam or whatever, but trust us, it's on Saturday
it's not a huge,
somewhere.
it's just under 13 gig the download.
13 gig download.
It's not actually outrageous. Hopefully, shouldn't be too painful for anyone.
13 gigs is not too bad. It's PM, so it's in the afternoon. So it's right in the middle. The people in Australia will have it sort of on the 14th. The people in the US will have it sort of on the 14th. So we're trying to go straight down the center, 1 p.m. Greenwich Mean Time, which is 2 Central European Time.
Yeah, we'll be there or be oblong.
What they've been in? Have you been in the stadium yet? Yes, you have.
Yeah.
Stadium, Matt Maxine.
All right, last thing. Oh yeah, but Max quite often doesn't get it till late, so she might.
Yes. So we're going into the stadium
just for you, Maxine.
Maxine, here you go.
Here we are.
And voila, your football players are
again,
there.
And here we go over to our favourite pub, and we'll finish with a bit of a bastard Ray.
A little bit of a barbecue.
Bit of a barbecuing bastard Ray.
Burn these bitches down. Well, they do burn nicely.
Hooray!
All right. Well, next week we'll look forward to your replies. So next week, Wednesday, same time, same place. Let us know what you think about the game. We'll probably read about it on Twitch, Twitter, Facebook, whatever. Let us know. And if there's any bugs, please also that's what we're here for. Let us know what you think about the game.
Yay! Cheers, guys. It's been a gas. It's great to be back. We'll see you the same time next week. Okay? And it's a wrap.